Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I am back with the last part. So here is what it looks like. It looks like it's always been here. Here's that piece that's on the top, and here's the big hole that's been sewn down. So it's the same type of fabric, just a little bit of a different colour, but we are going to have next month's thing over the top of that, and that's going to be covered. So yes, it was a huge mistake, but it can be remedied. And you know, the reason why I like to show it is because we all make we all make mistakes of some sort, and you've just got to bite the bullet and keep going, even though it was a pain in the bum. Just making sure that it's in camera. Okay, so I redid this again. I left that on there. I've left this open because the next part will probably go over that. Now I've got the little bits and pieces that I've got here. I still do want to somehow put that over there, even though there's other doilies. Where's the one here? That probably cover some of it. So this will go there because I like the fact that it sort of looks a bit like a spider's web, and I know it's big, but I'll just stitch that down off camera. Being something that I've done, but I made 2 videos and then I left, so this is the video I'm making when I come back. So I've got little dangly spider. There we go. That I'm going to do. I'll do the body because that's going to be don't want it too thick. This is quite thick. Now with this, remember I traced that, so what I'm going to do is redraw. Okay, it's around about there, something I can sort of see it a little bit underneath, and a couple of little dots there. My husband's having an afternoon nap and I can hear the snoring. You guys probably can't. But if you do hear something, that's what it is. Now, I can see a couple of lines here, but they're just going to be French knots. So, okay, we got that. So that we can just go over that. And there's the little antennae. So I'm going to use probably, I've been busy working on the doll's house, so I might have remnants of glue. So now, I had to go searching for my bits and pieces. This is the 2 that you got with the piece. No, where is it? And I still lost it. Come on. Like he's really going for it. There we go, these 2. So I used that on the snail and just got that bit of sari silk and went around and used this on there. I'm thinking of using some of that goldy thread. Get the white out. Where are we? Got the white somewhere, or it might be the grey. Nope, need white. There we go. I want the white, but not so white. So that'll go on these. And I was thinking This is fairly thick, and it's one of those ones that's really quite hard to use, but I reckon we could use that. Get a thick needle. We'll see how we go. If I can't get it through the needle, I will attempt to, I've still got stuff everywhere from my, this is all my stuff when I was at Corinne's. Okay, now, no. How big is this? I think it's a good colour. It's a real vintage bit of fabric. So what I'm going to do, we've penciled it all in. Put that all over there. And hope to goodness that this works. Got the white, that'll go over there. Got this guy, geez, he's really going. Don't know whether you can hear it or not, but I can. Okay, let's hope that this works. Okay, been meaning to film all morning, but I have been busy working on my doll's house, so I am going to start here and then go down and then just come up here. I could probably almost go in between, you know what I mean, like there, not have as many that are there, so in between the two, there we go. Up. Yep, see, this is what I mean. It's a tough bugger. Now, go up here. And now if I find it's just sitting a little bit funny, I could get out something and couch it down, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, see, I may have to couch that down, but what I'll do is I'll just stitch and then I'm going to come back and couch it down. So that's going to go here. Oh, it's a tight bugger. I reckon I will have to, because it's curved. I think I'm going to have to. Now, where are we? We're on the top. I might have to come back in. Okay, now. We got a light pinky colour that matches this. That's a wonderful. This one. There we go. And it seems nice and thin, which is what I want. Okay. Excuse me, sniff, sniff. So when you do couching, you need two lots. You know, thicker one and the thin one. Okay, so we'll come back in, push that aside. Won't need a great deal on that. The only reason I'm really doing it in here is so it will match the others, because it would look a bit funny if the others had these on there, and these ones didn't. So okay, so we're just coming in. Well, I could probably use a bit of a curve. There we go. When I did my my little critters, it had this type of mushroom, and this, I did the similar thing. That in my last retreat. What's that called again? Oh, got so much going on in my brain of mine. I've got the retreat coming up. Not retreat, workshop coming up in the 1st and 2nd of November. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm starting to get plans ready for the retreat next year. So I've been working on what my design. So I've got that in my brain, working on my doll's house because just love it. And I wanted to get the floors and the wallpaper done. So once you've got those elements done, you can start playing with other bits and pieces. But even then, they're fun. It's like, when you get a house, you pick your tiles and wallpaper and paint colour. So, okay, it's going through. Then we'll come back up this way. Are we on the bottom or are we on the top? I'm just trying to figure out. Aha, we're on the top. So just got to figure out. Quite nice, adding a bit of texture. Now push that in, come up. There we go. Be easier for you guys because I'm trying to keep it in camera. It can be a little difficult. Okay, I'll come up here. Then we're going to go up here. Where are you? There you go. Two going at once, it can be a bit of a pain. Okay, go across. I'll leave it. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this. Got it fairly zoomed in, and I don't want to zoom it in too much because I don't want to be out of camera. I'm loving this piece. I do love mushrooms. That's why I keep making them again and again. Working on my doll's house. I've just been doing the kids' room, and I sort of wanted to do. I didn't want to make it too girly, even though I got the wallpaper and I've got a little girl. But I thought I've got a little kid and also a baby that's coming, and the baby's going to be a boy, and the little girl will be, you know, like that's chili that's already existing. Coming up here, which is my one that I made, but I've got another one coming because I'm just not happy with it. It was a cat. I tried to make it into a mouse and it looks like a teddy. So it's my teddy cat mouse. So I'm thinking I'm going to give that a ditch. And I am, I've gone on to eBay and also on Facebook Marketplace. There's lots of stuff for Sylvanian families. And I didn't want the parents because I've already made my mice, and the parents are a good size. I mean, the children are a good size, but the parents aren't that much bigger in the Sylvanian family. So I thought I just wanted to get the little mice so that I can have them as the children rather than making them, because they will be very small. So I managed to find a little mouse, 2 little babies and a child. So I've got an extra baby. Maybe the next door little house could have a little baby because they've got a couple of children, but they haven't got a little baby. So, or I've got a spare just in case anything happens to it. Or I can have 3 children, but I don't know if I've got the space for them. Probably could put, because I've got the cot and it's quite big, so I could probably put the 2 babies in the one cot. That might work, which is in Mum and Dad's room. They've had twins. There you go, that'll work. Little girl and then a set of twins. How's it looking on that side? Yeah, I thought something sort of funky was happening. Yeah. Okay, I could just tell that there was something a little loopy. Okay. Needs to be pulled. There. Okay, well, you got the gist. I may pause that, fix that up, and then come back and work on my little spider, I think. I'll be back. Okay, I am back again. Here's what I've done with that. I think it looks really cute, and I'm using that light pink. I've just stitched that down off there. I'm using that, I thought I'll do that because you're more likely to see it than you are white. So I thought, well, there's pink on there anyway. So I'm just doing a stem stitch. Probably could have done a backing stitch, but stem stitch is quicker. And then we are going to do a bullion knot and do sort of like a bullion knot as the body for the spider. So I'll go down and then just tiny little stitches with 1 thread for the leggies. That's what we'll do there. Okay, and this is the last video, so I may stop and continue on tomorrow because I'm sort of the boys are coming over this afternoon or this evening, and I've got to make a bit of dinner. Now, spider, what colour do we want him? I don't want it too dark. I think maybe this colour, like dark but not too dark. It sort of goes with it. Okay, so don't need a lot. So we're going to do a bullion knot, little spider, and then do spiders have 6 or 8 legs? I think I'm going to do 6 because he's only a little guy. And then I'll give that a bit of an iron and lead. So when you do a bullion knot, you come up, then you go down, and you go next to that knot. Make sure you don't go through the same hole. Just double checking, but it very close to it. Okay, so we need to wrap it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that may do it. Then pull it. Pull, have it folding back over. Push it down. It's only a tiny little spider, so it doesn't need to be too grand. Go down, and then just tiny little leggies. Only a little guy. Okay. There. Probably barely lucky to even see them. Once I iron it, might be able to see a little better. Sort of one going down, one going sideways, and then one going up a little. I'm just wondering, I might do 8 and have one going up here so it looks like it's sort of coming out of the climbing up or whatever it is, the thread. There we go. Tiny. I'm not a big lover of spiders, but tiny little legs coming out. Cute. Once I give that a bit of an iron, it won't look so much like a little blob. Happily you can see that. It's kind of cute. Just a little, adding a little bit of interest. So once I iron that, it'll get rid of that blue and look a little bit more defined. Now, what else we got? So cute. I could almost do, I should have undone it, a little whip stitch. So coming through, adds a little bit of grey, defines it a little bit. So you can sort of see it a little better. Okay. And go through that top layer. And down. There we go. Ooh, don't pull it too tight. Oh yeah, that looks a little better. It's a very straight little web. I think that looks a little better. You can sort of see it. Candy cane web. Okay, got to remember, artist prerogative. Now what are we going to do? Oh, it's so cute. That will be done off camera. Probably go up a little bit further, and that will just be held down, because remember, that's going to be having stuff over the top. So we need to get like a mushroomy pink, or even the brown. I'm going to go over that with the brown, the similar colour brown, because I think it works. And then get the white, the not so white, and then come in so I'm just going to do a back stitch around these guys, and I may come in, I've still got a stitch around that, I may come in with a bit of lace, or just something a little frilly. What I could probably do is fold that over, just a bit of sari silk I happen to have laying around. Fold it in half, and when I stitch that down, I am going to attach that with it. Then we've got ourselves some fluffiness. I probably won't go that far. Could almost just do a running stitch and gather it up underneath like that. Okay, so where did I put that white? Here it is. No, we're going to use this. Got distracted with doing this. I'll quickly do this. What do we got? Tiny little thread, can't even get it. Okay. But it's the last video, so I do want to get, and I might use this white to put down that as well. So yeah, it's the last video until I do the new one, so I do want to show you what to do. So either a bit of lace, or we'll just get that coming out there. Get that. And then we're going to do a bit of a whip stitch and just catch that, because we do need to do a whip stitch around and stitch that piece down. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. Gee, that's a horrible saying, isn't it? It really is. Okay. So I folded that over. adding a bit of dimension is what I like. Okay. Nothing like working on the fly. Okay, how much have I got? I think we're going to chop off that because it doesn't quite go that far. Put this pin back. Hopefully my noggin's not in the way of the camera. Even though it's a little bit longer than what it should be, I do need to finish it off, if you know what I mean. Okay. Okay, and since we've got this, we'll keep going around, doing a little bit of a whip stitch around this guy. Finish that off camera. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Now, we'll come in with this. I'll do it on this red because it'll stand out a little more. So we're just going to do, double check with what is on here. With this, I'm going to just do some French knots for the little ones, and for the big ones I'll do oh, I should have pulled that in. Not good. Oh well, it's going to have a big loop. Oh, yes, it worked. Oh, that was a bit tricky. I always like to hold it. Okay, only need a single thread for that one. Yeah, this is what I mean. I like to hold it down, because if you don't, it ends up knotting, and it's gonna knot in with this. Ugh. What happens when you're trying to rush things because the time's gone on you. Okay, come up here. Just want to show you a little bit of everything. We'll put that out of the way because it's going to be annoying. And we'll put that over there, out of the way. Okay. Quick knot. It's probably a bit too long, the thread, but I didn't want to change it, so that's the price you pay, isn't it? Put you over there. So not long, and we're going to be doing the next one. It's gone really quick, probably because I've had a holiday at Corinne's in between. So now, do a couple more of these. I'm trying to get to the big piece. Ow! Too much do not have so much thread. Do as I say, not what I do. It just makes it really tricky. Okay, there we go. I think I can go over there, pull it. So it's pretty simple, really, doing some French knots. I'm so glad I hadn't done this part before I made the big boo-boo, because that would have been shocking. So I'm going to just do this one, make my way up to that piece. This guy is coming undone and proving to be a bit of a pain. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, so we're just going to do a quick satin stitch, which is nice and close together. And then that'll only do on that one, and that one, and the rest are going to be French knots. So you just use the picture as a guide. Okay. Yeah, I quite like that browny colour. So I am going to pick something similar to that to go around it, because I've done a lot of the work on in the painting. It's got a bit of that pink. I'll do the brown, a sort of like a darker brown on this guy. Don't need much more. Do white on here and do brown around that. May come in with white on there. I think I will. You'll see it in the thumbnail anyway. Yeah. Oop. Way too long. Terrible. Looks really nice against that bit of red fabric. Just sort of wanted something that we can have one of them a little bit more solid and a little bit different. So I'm going to come back. How many was there? It was 2. So I'll come back in there and go there, because I've got a stitch around that yet. So I'll wait and then use the white to stitch this down. I'm probably just going to catch it around the edges and maybe some around here, and then catch it in here, just enough to hold it down like I've done with these, because it's going to get bits and pieces over the top. I'll use the brown, and that I still haven't done the geranium here, so we'll do that. Yeah, I am quite happy with how that is looking. Love this. Just a little bit of texture, and it's even coming apart, but I'm okay with that. There we go. Won't come apart anymore now because it's been sewed down. Okay, guys. Well, I think that's a long enough video. Definitely. I will catch you in the next video. Here we go. You can have a look. And my little spider. And that will be, I think, will be in November. Yes, definitely, because I'm filming this on Saturday, and then the Monday and the 1st is next Saturday, because it's the workshop. So definitely is the last one. Hope you've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it, even with my mistake. I've enjoyed it. It was a shock, but it still has turned out rather lovely, and that's going to be nice once it really brings it out. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Catch you in the next one. Bye.